Our dear colleagues, dear participants, it's my pleasure and honor to be here, and I'm really grateful to IIT UNESCO for inviting me to share information that I have about the course that we developed together with IIT in the frame of the project Way Down Cloud Education Group. Well, let me start. That I would like to share some results of recently created new training course ICT in Greening TVET, which has been developed by UNESCO Institute for Information Technologies and Education in the framework of the joint UNESCO Way Down Cloud Education Group China project, building the future schools through ICT competency development. The program is targeted on education professionals, including TVET specialists, teacher trainers, schools leaders, and curricular developers from countries involved in greening TVET. Mr. Chikwindu Chukwanosa was speaking about the importance of the greening in new ICT and TVET, and Tatiana asked the questions about applications. And I think that Mr. Chikwindu was also attending our course on the platform of IIT UNESCO. And to tell the details, this course actually gives ideas to teachers what applications, what are resources that are free online can be used to be involved in the educational process. Well, of course, TVET, which stands for Technical and Vocational Education and Training, encompasses educational programs and courses designed to give people specialized skills, knowledge, and competencies specific to particular occupation or professions. In recent years, there has been increase in specific to particular occupations and of significant role that vocational education and training plays in promoting personal, economic, and social development. According to the UNESCO strategy for TVET, dated 2016-2021, the main goal of TVET is to develop skills that contribute to decent work opportunities and sustainable livelihoods. By equipping learners with relevant knowledge and attitudes, positive results can be seen in the various sectors where these skills and knowledge are put to use. Okay. So as we aspire toward becoming a more skilled, specific scientific workforce and literate citizens through TVET, we need to support educators in integrating green education principles into the curriculum. As a rule, the materials provided to students in the classroom should be relevant and applicable to a particular region or country. This should be aimed at improving modern methods of solving environmental problems and thus develop critical thinking. In order to directly connect theoretical knowledge with practical aspects, it is necessary to introduce into teaching materials both positive and negative examples of the impact of enterprises on the environment. Regarding learning content, it should include the following components and topics in order to be universal and engaging for students of different majors and different interests. Well, talking about technical components, technical skills empowerment, sound knowledge of technical tools and platforms allows individuals to create, execute, and sustain environmentally friendly practices that promote sustainability. Proficient experts equipped with technical knowledge in fields such as renewable energy, waste management, water conservation, and eco-construction play a crucial role in addressing climate change, minimizing pollution, and safeguarding our precious natural resources. As we all know, the new generation is more focused on visual information reception and is less tuned to long reads. So number of one task is delivering information as effectively as possible. and is make it the most visualized. The simplest way is graphic design. Create visually appealing and informative graphics, infographics, and illustrations that communicate sustainable concepts, environmental data, and solution. Effective graphics can help simplify complex information and engage students into the educational process. Apply user experience design principles to develop user-friendly and intuitive digital platforms, websites, and mobile applications for environmental education. Today, students spend a lot of time communicating through social media and messengers. In addition to the main functions that can be useful to the teacher in terms of organizing the learning process, such as sending in assignments, reminders, and progress reports, and communicate with parents and students about schools' events, conferences, field trips, and volunteer opportunities. Messengers and quiz applications can also provide an opportunity to organize online testing of acquired knowledge. And plus, the messengers and quiz applications you can use not only on laptops, but also on the mobile phones. For example, in our course, the participants and the students that work with me develop several videos, instructions, how the teachers can apply messengers for quiz applications for education. It was interesting experience because students were really interested and involved in this process, and they were really motivated by the idea how to help teachers to bring new technologies into educational process and make it more interesting for students. In the frame of the project, the university students took part. So the next, we'll talk about robotics. From the first view, you can say what robotics can bring into green in TVET. But integrating robotics into green education empowers students to cultivate technical skills, problem-solving capabilities, and a profound comprehension of sustainable practices. Robotics provides a platform for students to actively participate in experiential learning. For instance, they can create robots dedicated to cleaning up a litter of or monitoring pollution levels in water bodies, thereby gaining a comprehensive grasp of environmental consequences. Additionally, students have the opportunity to explore robotics within the realm of green infrastructure and sustainable architecture. Virtual and augmented reality today already exist several developments for scenario generation and model evaluation. Virtual reality can increase interest in science and the intention to engage in climate action. As a tool of communication for companies involved in various development projects, virtual reality can help stimulate investment in biodiversity, in particular by highlighting the investment benefits for developers. Using some of the platforms and resource base available to the masses, educators can develop effective teaching methods and improve their technical skills. By the way, taking the course that we developed, you can really have links to the applications, including virtual reality simulators that can be used in the educational process. And these simulators are free and open for use if you go and see it online. Well, artificial intelligence, one of the primary ways that it can be contribute to environmental green education is by facilitating development of personalized learning experience. By analyzing large amounts of data of individuals, learners, artificial intelligence algorithms can identify patterns and preferences that enable educators to tailor their content and teaching methods to suit the unique needs of each student. This personalized approach not only enhance the effectiveness of environmental education, but also helps to foster deeper connection between learners and the natural world. In addition, the personalizing learning experience, i.e., can also help the democratize access to environmental education. In many parts of the world, access to quality education is limited by factors such as geographic isolation, socioeconomic disparities, and inadequate infrastructure. Artificial intelligence powered education platforms can overcome these barriers by delivering content through digital channels, enabling learners from diverse backgrounds to access information and resources that would overview the available to them. Mastery the both practical soft skills in the TVET program. Typically, most TVET programs include face-to-face training in seminars or workplaces, which promotes communication and interaction skills. However, some components of TVET programs can be translated into online platforms that offer distance learning opportunities. Integrating distance learning with work-based learning has proven to be both effective and flexible. Online learning gives learners the freedom to choose when and where they participate in the learning process due to the freedom from time and space constraints. Distance and online learning in TVET contributes to the acquisition of digital literacy skills and the development of lifelong learning competencies. This enables those with responsibilities such as caregiving or work that make it difficult to attend traditional educational institution, as well as those for whom physical distance is a priority to access learning opportunities. The cost associated with setting up a physical facilities and acquiring specialist equipment to teach practical skills on campus can be significant and expensive to maintain. In contrast, distance technologies usually offer a more affordable alternative, making them a cost-effective option for practical skills training. Understanding so many existing educational platforms and choosing the right one, rather laborious and time-consuming procedure. To help teachers navigate and choose acquire new skills in the field of using new technologies and applications, UNESCO IT has launched a project, the UNESCO IT e-library for teachers. This platform for teachers provides free resources to support teachers around all the world, various educational materials, best practices, tools, training. It is all created with the intention of improving teaching and learning through the use of new technologies and advanced technologies for education. Another source that I would like to provide you with information is the GoLab initiative. This initiative offers a platform with multi-resources and technologies on science, technology, engineering, and math. If we speak about the previous platform developed by IT, a special platform for teachers in applying the new technologies in education. The GoLab initiative is a little bit wider and not so specialized. The goal of the GoLab initiative is to promote the use of innovative learning technologies in collaboration with numerous partners and experts. The GoLab ecosystem has the largest collection of laboratories, set of pedagogically developed applications, and more than 1,000 ILS created by teachers and experts. The GoLab initiative team has conducted hundreds of training events throughout Europe and in Asia and Africa. Well, the open university courses on environment, health, and well-being can be helpful for those who find e-learning resources like podcasts, media, and online materials helpful in creating a broader picture of the challenges and solutions for effective environmental management. The university offers certificate and degree courses in different levels. By the way, the platform that UNESCO IT created, they have courses also that provide certificate upon when you finish the course and pass the exam or final testing. In order to assist teachers to organize educational process using new technologies and applications in the frame of the listed focuses, the present course provides example of open applications and simulators focused on the technology of ecological topics. There are some examples of these ecological topics. The World Rescue mobile game that teaches players about climate change and sustainability. The Research Earth game encourages young people to find solutions to environmental issues and diseases. Climate simulator in roads. Earth system modeling framework, modeling platform for simulation of interaction between Earth, atmosphere, oceans, land surface, and ice. All links to these resources you're welcome to find in the course that placed on the platform of ICT UNESCO e-library. These are simulators. You can see the pictures. Really interesting and I believe motivated for students because they can they can work with simulators and make modeling of different situations that can be can influence our nature and resources. So ICT application, a major change in the approach to information and communication technology skills acquisition today is that instead of separating ICT training into institution and curricular, it is now incorporated into work and lifelong learning. It is integral part of these two fields. This has the potential to help address one of the central issues of weak linkages between training and industry needs. When the approach to teaching a course becomes more flexible and interlinked with other subfields, it encourages greater involvement in specific ecological projects. And overall, the ICT application and green education integration into the TVET should not contradict the general principles and role of TVET, but continue to develop students' creativity, critical thinking, collaboration, and communication skills, which can be transferred and applied to many fields of occupation. Thank you very much for your attention. I really invite you and colleagues to go on the e-library platforms and to see the courses and training and all materials that IET UNESCO provide for teachers. You may find many interesting materials for you, for your work, for educational, for making your educational process is more interested and your students is more involved. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the presentation. I think we might take one question. So, ladies and gentlemen, if there is something you are willing to ask Oksana. There is a question or a comment. By integrating green concepts into TVET programs, societies can cultivate a workforce equipped with the knowledge and skills to contribute to a more sustainable and environmentally friendly future. Thank you. I guess it's just a comment. There is a question. Oksana, thank you for the presentation. Can you repeat where the simulations for educational purposes?
Yes, thank you for your question. In the course, training online course, that really not so long, it's only in 5 modules. You may find in the module 4 all the links to the simulators, different simulators, including simulators of the water sources and earth nature. I will write in the chat now link in for e-library straight to this course, what you may find information in the module 4. But I would encourage you to go through all course, which I find interesting and informative. So maybe you find interesting information for you there about the greening TVET and using new technologies. And also in his application, there is some video instructions how you can use different messengers to organize testing, for example, or organize quiz for your students. I will text in chat the link.
Yes, so there is one more question for the links and for applications of augmented reality in the classroom. And there is a question from Arshad. I have a question, how technology can help achieve SDG 4 in the developing countries? I fear it is going to further increase the digital divide. A tricky question.
Yes, about digital divide. But I'm really like the comparison that I've heard from one professor. You know that if we look at knife, we can say that knife is dangerous and never touch it. But knife helps us to cut things if we need. So it can be really useful, but also very dangerous from other hand. So it's the issue how we use these technologies, right? So every technology can be really useful and can be dangerous. It can bring people all together, like the web technology that gave us opportunity to meet even during the COVID pandemic times. And it also can separate as well and may have influence to the students to bring them communicate only online but not in person. So I think we need to find the golden middle, as I say, and use technology for our good and for education development in the future. It depends on how we apply this technology, and I think those who use technologies in education, they do see how this technology can be used to bring more benefit in the work they do.